Hi guys, I'm Josh from Concept V Performance, and this week we're going to be installing some aero goodies on our 370Z track car. We got this front splitter from PowerStream, as well as this rear wing from Sunline Racing. Let's get the car up in the air and let's get these installed. All right, now that we got the car in the air, let's grab this front splitter and bolt it up. Should be a bolt-on affair. So I got this dead man up here that I can rest it on. There we go. So there are this under tray mounts using the same hardware as a splash shield, at least for these back 6 bolts. And then all along the front, there are speed nuts in the bumper that this goes up into. All right, so for these next bolts, we actually had to make little spacers because the OEM splash shield kind of goes up around the sway bar end link, and this front splitter is very streamlined on the bottom. It's completely flat, so we had to make these little standoffs out of some PVC, and they're about 1.5 inches. They jam right up in here, and then the bolt goes right through it. Same on this other side, got the same spacer. Throw a bolt up through here. All right, it's the same deal for these two right here and these two on the other side. We just have these slightly longer spacers and even longer hardware that's going to go up through the splitter and mount into where the OEM splash shield connects to the fender liner. So we're going to put these spacers in right here. There we go. Got that one. Now it's time to move on to this one. So we're keeping all the hardware nice and loose because we want to be able to kind of shift. All of these holes are slotted, so if you shift the splitter one way or the other, you can kind of line up with all these speed nuts on the bumper. And so once we get everything in, we're going to pull it as far forward as possible and then go through and tighten all these 10 mil bolts down. All right, we're just tightening up the last few of the 10 mils on the bottom here, and the splitter install is done. All right, so we're done with the front of the 370. We got our front splitter installed. Now we're gonna work on the back and get this Sunline Racing wing on. All right, we're gonna do a rough assembly of the wing now. We're gonna put these risers on, get the width that it's actually gonna be mounted on the car, and kind of just set it up there, figure out how we want it to mount. These are specifically made for the 370, and they kind of wrap around a body line on the hatch, so we have to be aware of that. But after we get these installed, you'll see us mocking it up on the hatch. All right, now we're gonna take the wing and set it on the car to see how it's gonna line up. Something about like that. You can see this body line that follows here. I think it goes right into this peak. Same on this side. And then this back trunk line is where the risers actually have that bend in them. So that's pretty much what it's gonna look like. All right, so we threw the wing up on the hatch. We used a tape measure to help us center it, and grabbed a friend to help me stand behind and make sure everything looks even. And now we're gonna go ahead and take a paint marker and mark each of the holes that we have to drill out. Perfect. So we got all 4 spots marked. Now we're gonna pull the wing off and drill the holes. All right, so now that we have all of the holes marked for where we need to drill, we have to pop the hatch and take off the inner lining. So we pop up these little things. And then there's 2 10mm bolts. So now it's just a game of tug of war, kind of find a spot that's already peeling up, and it's just a bunch of clips. There we go. Cool. And now we have access to the underside of where we're drilling through. So yeah, I think this is the one that they expect you to be able to put a nut on and stick a 10mm wrench up through. Yep, makes sense. And then I think this lower one requires the well nut. So yeah, let's get to drilling. All right, so now we are ready to drill out these holes. I just got a small bit to drill as a pilot hole, and then we'll go with a bit about the size of the bolt for the outside ones. Then the inner ones, we need to drill out to the size of the well nuts that go in there. So let's get to it. All right, so now we're stepping up to the larger size, which is the same diameter as the bolts we're using. So let's do it. Okay. So now we have to do one more step up to the size of the well nut. This looks about right, 50 or 5/16. All right, so now we're gonna take the drill, which is approximately the same size as the well nut. It's actually a little bit small. And we're gonna drill out the inside one on each side. All right, we got the holes drilled. We got the well nuts in. all we have to do now is peel the 3M tape off the bottom of the risers and mount up this wing. Let's throw this on there. Let's wind up with that walnut. Wind up with that one. I'm just gonna get these snug, and then we're gonna have to open the trunk and feed the bolt and nut through. Alright, so now I'm going to take this bolt, feed it through. Alright, I'm just tightening up the last bolt, and this wing is fully installed. There we go. Yep, wing is really on there. So all we have left to do now is reinstall this lower panel. Alright, we got the wing mounted up, we got the under panel on for the hatch. Obviously we got our front splitter all done. We're gonna give everything a quick wipe down, get all the dust off, get our fingerprints off, and then we're gonna go shoot some beauties. If you have enjoyed and you would like either of these products, they're for sale on our website. The links are in the description below. Stay tuned and enjoy these beauties.
Bitch, I'm booming, want some more.